She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and in this episode of Bonnet Talk, we will be talking about how to grow your confidence and how I grew my confidence. So yes, here we go. And little disclaimer, I have the air conditioner running because it's hot in here and it's hot outside. So if you hear a little background noise and other background noises, ignore it. This is my daily announcement at this point. So yeah. So first tip that I got written down is to pray. It might sound silly to some of y'all, but to me personally, like, I pray all the time and Jesus is really important to me. So what I do, I pray. Like, I literally pray for confidence, and like, I'm starting to get more confidence. Like, there's power in prayer. Like, I say that all the time, and like, I just say it a lot as a reminder to myself, but it really is power in prayer. And like, I just really believe it. So yeah, because I feel like when you pray, it's just like a different feeling. Like, to pray and like really have faith and trust in something else instead of yourself for your life to get figured out and for something to help you. So like, yeah, like it's just something different when you pray, bro. Tip that I have is having an effort mentality. Like, just don't care what people say, what people think about you. Like, for the longest time, and I still struggle with this a little bit, but I've been finding validation from other people or seeking validation from other people for so long. Like, I always ask, how does this sound? How is this? Does this look good? Does this look okay? What should I get? What should I do? I'm always asking other people because I always want other people to make a decision for me because I can never make my own decision because I'm so indecisive. And I feel like being that indecisive also projects some of the insecurity that you may have because you're scared and you don't trust yourself enough because you don't like yourself enough to make your own decisions. And I feel like once you just make a decision, whatever decision you can make, it can have wrong in it. But like, just make a good one and then boom, like, you got it and it's there. For the longest time as well, I've always dressed up for other people, and I'm like, because like being a bigger girl, I'm just like, let me dress to try to hide my stomach so people won't walk by me and be disgusted. What? That's just like such a that I don't know why I had that mentality, but it's just like after like years and years of being told that I wasn't good enough, I started to believe it from like people, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I'm good, I'm talented, I'm amazing, and I was like, you know what? Like, honestly, I don't care. I stopped caring, and I got tired of being insecure because being insecure is not a good look. Like, you gotta have confidence in yourself so people can respect you, and so you can respect yourself. Like, tip is journal every day so you can look back on how you grew or you can look back on how you didn't grow. Like me, I've been writing in my journal every day since 2020, or almost every day, every couple months, but I'm completely filled up the book. And the other night I was reading through my past journal entries and I saw like how much I grew, and I thought that I wasn't growing because like when I'm home for the summer, it's so hard because I'm so isolated from everybody, and I miss all my friends and I miss hanging out with them. But it's also a good thing because I'm isolated, so I have time to self-reflect on all my decisions and like what I did and how I can be better for me. And like, literally, those journal entries were like so crazy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not the same person that I was literally like 2 months ago. Like, so I feel like it's really important to journal because you forget a lot because life moves by fast. So like, you can look back on certain circumstances or certain like events that happened in your life that change you for the worse or change you for the better, and reflect on those and go back and fix it or not, or just keep going, striving to be a greater you. This tip is, you are the only person you have to worry about. At the end of the day, you can have as many friends as you want, and it's so awesome to have friends, to have family, to have a good support system. But at the end of the day, y'all need to worry about yourselves, because that's all you have at the end of the day. Your friends aren't going to be there. Your family isn't always going to be there. It's just going to be you and God, sis. And if you ain't religious, it's going to be you. So at the end of the day, you got you. So you need to make sure you're okay, so you can be good for those other people and be okay not having anyone if like a circumstance will come up where you wouldn't have anyone. So like, you can't disrespect yourself and have negative talk on yourself so much. Like, it's just so crazy. And that goes into my next tip that I have, is like negative self-talk. It gotta stop, because what you put out is what you get. Like, if you always saying, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly, I'm so dumb, I'm so not talented, I'm horrible, like, that's what you're going to get. And that's how people are going to view you, because you say it, and eventually they're going to start seeing it. Even if it ain't true, it's going to become true, because that's what you're putting out into the universe. That's what you're putting out into the atmosphere. So you have to say, I'm great, I'm awesome, I'm talented, I'm so amazing. You have to say that stuff even if you don't believe it, because eventually it will become true if you start saying it. Because like, I kind of like, I do believe in manifestation, because like, it happens. Like, I've been around a couple like people who always negative self-talk, and they got negative from it. And I've been around people who positively talked and positive came from it, even when we was in the most negative parts of our lives. Positivity came from it because we talked positive. So just stop the negative self-talk, because you're going to get it. This next tip is have faith in yourself. Like I said before, you are all you got at the end of the day. So if you have faith in yourself, you are going to be amazing, because you don't have to fall on anyone else to feed you that faith and feed you what you're looking for. Like, just believe in yourself. Even if you are scared, do it. One of my old theater teachers, she said, feel the fear and do it anyway. And I lived by that motto ever since I heard that, because you can be scared, but you did it anyway. And if it didn't work out, it didn't work out, and it's a lesson you can learn from. You gotta stop being scared and just have faith in yourself, because you are amazing and you can do whatever you put your mind to and what you want to do, because it's come from learning. Like, you have to fail to learn in life. Like, people are so scared to fail and lose, but some of the biggest losses are the biggest wins, because you learned from that experience. If all you did was win, you can't learn anything from that. So you have to lose sometimes to build yourself up and be a better person. And losing is building faith in yourself, because you have to strive and do it again and again and have that perseverance. Because if you lost is one thing, you learn from that experience. So when you try again, you know what to do differently. And if you lose again, you have to learn differently, and you have to figure out different ways to be the best version of yourself. And it takes a lot of discipline, because it ain't easy. It's way easier said than done. But you have to have that faith in yourself, even if nobody has it for you. Like, 1,000 people can have faith in you, but if you don't have faith in yourself, it's just pointless, and they're wasting their breath. So have faith in yourself, because it's going to pay off at the end of the day. This next tip is take some time apart from your friends and family. This, like, in other words, like having an isolation season, is so important to have an isolation season. Yes, it's fun to hang around your friends all the time and your family all the time, but you have to have room so you can grow. Like, flowers grow alone, they don't grow together. Like, they have their each individual stem, and roots grow from it by themselves. Like, you have to take care of yourself and be alone, so you can become a better you. Like I said earlier, being apart from my friends at school and my friends from home is so hard, and I miss them so much, but I have to be away from them, because I've grown so much in my confidence. I've grown so much in just believing in myself and my talents and my ability. And it's just like, now, this time apart, I have time to practice my singing, practice my acting, practice my everything, like, to make me better for the career choice that I chose for school, and figure out what I want to do for the opportunities that I'll have at school. And yes, it could have been done with my friends, but it wouldn't have been done as fast, and it kind of would have been like a distraction. Like, friends are so good to have around, But sometimes you just have to be by yourself so you can be a better person for your friends and a better person for your family, because you need to know how to treat yourself for yourself. Like, your friends can't always be there and be a backbone. Like, you have to be there for yourself as well. This tip, I said it like 1,000 times already, but self-reflection is so important to this confidence journey. Like, you got to figure out why you're so insecure in the first place and what stemmed this insecurity. For me, it was being bullied. And years and years and years of hearing it, I started to believe what they were saying. Now, spending time alone and like dissecting all the words that I've heard and all the hurt that I've endured, I'm like, I am not like that. And even if I am like that, so what? It's what makes me me, because there's only one me. I feel like if I didn't self-reflect, I would have burnt all my bridges that I have now with like all my friends and everything. Because like, you have to be a better person too for those around you. Like, because we all ain't perfect. We are a little toxic. So you just got to figure out how you're toxic, and you got to have that communication. You got to learn how to stand up for yourself and like push yourself to do stuff to grow that confidence as well. It ain't nothing better than trusting you. Like imagine a world where you don't have to ask anybody for this decision. You make this decision and you trust yourself to make that decision. And if wrong happens, wrong happens. Tip I find to be like one of the biggest ones on my list, and that is, don't compare yourself to others or where you are meant to be right in this moment. It might look good for some people, but behind closed doors, it ain't good for some. Behind closed doors, it is good for some. But you are meant to be where you are right now because it is a part of your season, it's a part of your journey, and it's a part of your growing process. So if you're looking on Instagram and wishing you had this $1 million house and this and that and the third, it's not good, because comparison is literally the killer of everything. Like, you have your own talents, you have your own spark, you have your own quirks that will make you you, because you are put on this earth for a reason. If you don't feel like you do, you were put on this earth for a reason. There's only one you, and you contribute way more than you think you do. And there's people who would not be the same if you weren't here and if you didn't exist. So please just realize that, like, you're so important. You will forever be important, even if you think you have the crappiest job or you have no job, all you do is sit alone in the house all day. You still contribute the best parts of people's lives. Like, you're so amazing and you're so important. You need to realize that, because if you weren't in this world, a lot of lives would be altered. Maybe some for the best and maybe some for the worst. But you got to look at the positive over the negative. And I wish we as humans would say that more, how much we care about people and how they change our lives positively. Like, I feel like we as a generation now are just so scared to share emotions because we see it as weak. Or we just see this negative condensation on like telling people how we feel and telling people how much we care about them, or telling people how much they changed you or how they hurt you. Like, communication is just something we don't have great of in this generation anymore, and it's sad, and we need to fix it. You are literally one of the most important things on this earth, and you need to realize it. This next one is, be open to mistakes. Like I said, that you have to fail to be amazing. You think the freaking creator of Apple was successful overnight? No, he had many different models. He made many different phones, and everybody buying phones. As much as us Apple talkers trash Apple, we still buy the products, and he's still making that cash. And it didn't happen overnight. It probably took months and months of technology, building, blueprints, plans. Tom Holland, he didn't make it overnight. He had to work and practice and act. Now he blew up. Learn from their mistakes, and when they messed up their lines, they messed up their phone, they learned from it and they said, oh, what can I do better? And now they're out here. Amazing. Like, success don't come overnight. Success comes from mistakes. So you have to be open for mistakes. You can't just sit there and be like, oh my God, like, I'm so horrible at this. This is so terrible. No. This is the last tip, and this is a great way to end the video, and that is, stop seeking validation in others and make your own decisions. I said that before, but in all seriousness, you have to stop saying, does this sound good? can I do this? Like, should I do this? Like, how would this make me look? Do you like this outfit? Ask yourself in the mirror, do you like this outfit? Do I think I sound good? Do I think I look good? What anything. And I'm telling y'all, I'm telling myself this just as much as I'm telling y'all this. You can't always seek for validation. Yes, it's good to ask for a second opinion sometimes, but asking it all the time repeatedly is not good. Like, oh, do I look okay? Do you think they'll like this? Like, no. Do you like it? Do you think you look okay? If you don't think you look okay, change it. Don't give a damn what anybody else thinks. If you like it, you like it. They will get tired of answering your questions, and they will have pity for you because you can't see what they see in you. And that's like one of the most embarrassing things to me, to be honest. Like, you can't be insecure and you can't hate yourself. So, like, and this took me years and years and years to realize, but I just got so tired of thinking I'm not good enough. I'm amazing. Like, yes, I have my days where people want to beat me up, and I completely get it. Like, that's just what comes with being an insecure person. But I'm not that insecure anymore. And confidence, I feel like we never will have confidence at 100%. Like, at most, we'll probably have it at a 98%. It's never going to be a full tank of confidence, because having too much confidence is bad as well. You got to have that good balance. So, but you got to have some type of self-respect and self-love, because it's so tiring hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't do it. It's so exhausting, so draining. Like, because that's all you have. Like, think about all the good stuff you have in your life instead of all the negative stuff, and your life will change a lot by that. Like, it's always good in something. You always have to find the good in something. Just like the yin yang symbol. Good and the bad, bad and the good. There's a little bit of both. You have to have a little bit of both to formulate your life to be better. So, we have reached the end of the video. A little bit inspirational today and less goofy like I normally do. But I just feel like I just needed to get that out there, because, like, starting out new on this channel, I'm not getting as much views as I thought I was overnight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of getting discouraged. But now my YouTube channel is growing and I'm getting more viewers. It's taking some time, but I like it. And I'm doing something different with this. Like, you don't really see people out here sitting in their living room with a freaking bonnet on, talking to a phone. Like, you don't see many people like that. It's new, but it's something that I haven't seen before personally. Like a podcast with someone wearing a bonnet. So I want to do it, and I have my moments where I'm like, oh, this YouTube stuff is stupid. Nobody watching me, so what's the point? No, I find enjoyment in it, and I find it a little hobby to do, and something to look into, and look forward to. Like, I love talking, and if I can help one person out there, that's all I care about. If I have one subscriber who tune in every day, I'll do it for them. So, like, yeah, and I want to do it for me too. I don't care if I get like a 1 view or 1,000,000 views. It's all in your perspective of life. And I love doing this YouTube stuff, and I will continue doing this YouTube stuff. So, yeah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this to a friend that you feel like that they need to hear this. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. And remember, always, always, always remember, you are amazing and you were put on this earth for a reason. Bye, guys.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.